Greetings, welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and in this video we are going to continue our journey with the tarot, but we're talking about the Justice card in the reverse position. So when the Justice card comes out in reverse, it really shows that there could be a tendency to avoid some type of karmic retribution. Perhaps maybe you've been treated in an unjust or unfair way, victimized, so to speak. This card is here to show you that life is not always fair, and you must try your hardest to maintain your balance no matter if you're responsible for the situation or not. It also shows that you can't always choose what happens to you, but you can choose how you react, is the meaning of this card. This card also shows up when someone is trying to avoid their karma and they neglect dealing with certain situations that they know that they need to solve. So perhaps there's a level of dishonesty that's surrounding the situation that you're asking about. And it's important to remember that honesty, no matter how painful it is, can and will rectify whatever dynamic that you're discussing when this card comes up. This card could also mean that someone that you're asking about is perhaps unreasonable and unwilling to compromise on any aspects, and that it might be time for you to assess how you deal with this person. Or maybe this person is you are coming up as this person. So it's time for you to examine some of your choices and decisions and decide how you can balance the situation at hand. So if this comes out and you're discussing a love situation, let's say that you're in a relationship and this card comes out, it's a big indicator of some type of infidelity, so to speak, by either partner. So there could be secret affairs, deception, cheating that's happening, and that it will be exposed, but it could also show that there's some form of abuse that's happening and that someone is not being treated fairly. So that can be in regards to emotional, physical, financial abuse or manipulation in the relationship. And so that we have to remember that if this comes out and you feel like you are the party that's victim to unfair treatment, that this is a big reminder of that whenever we're in relationships, that we teach people how to treat us by what we tolerate in a relationship. So if you are being abused or neglected in any way or mishandled somehow, you need to right the situation by taking a hard stand and either producing an ultimatum or perhaps even leaving a toxic bond because things are not fair at the moment. And something drastic is probably needed in order to either eliminate the situation or rectify it in some way. Let's say, please excuse my voice. I've been sick for like a month now, but I hope everyone can hear me. Let's say that you and your partner are perhaps not seeing eye to eye. This could be a reminder to try to look objectively at what roles that each of you have played in the relationship that has led to it being as problematic as it is right now, right? Its current state. So it's really asking you to kind of examine carefully the roles that you play and your partner plays in that. If you are single and this comes out, this shows that your love life is experiencing some type of imbalance. Maybe you have not learned your previous lessons about love that you were supposed to learn, and you are in danger of maybe repeating some of those patterns. It could show that you really need to also balance your personal life and your love life by making more time to develop yourself as a person. So be careful of not feeding too much into a relationship where that you lose yourself, and that you still take the time to nurture your own time with yourself so that you can develop yourself as a person outside of a relationship. If this comes up and you're inquiring about your career or finances, if we're talking about a job, this could show that you might be feeling like you're slighted in some way at your job, and maybe you're being blamed unfairly, or that maybe someone is trying to undermine some of your efforts or your work in some way. But this is a card to remind you to keep your cool to avoid at all costs blowing up at this situation, because it'll make it worse than better. And if you treat the situation with a level of tact, and you expose what's going on, there's a very good chance that you could rectify the situation. So this is not the time to fight fire with fire. If this is the case and you are being unjustly accused or undermined in some way, it's asking you to kind of keep your cool. If you know that perhaps you have not been performing as well as you should, this is a card that is asking you to really take a look at being accountable for your own actions, so that you can attempt to rectify whatever situation by doing the right thing and being honest. If this comes out in a financial reading, this could appear to warn you about telling other people about your finances, but it could also indicate that you need to take greater responsibility for your financial problems, and that you need to get a hold or control over your finances in some way, because things are not in balance. Now, if you're asking about spiritual pursuits and this comes out, this card can show that you really need to learn some of life's lessons that the universe is trying to teach you. It could show that you're maybe being very avoidant of taking some responsibility for some problems that you're facing in your life, and that you need to really examine or come to terms with creating some type of balance to rectify this, right? If you know that you've been avoidant, the universe will continue to put the same lessons in your path until you learn them. So if you feel like life is being unfair to you and this card comes up, so this is a big warning from your spirit guides that is asking you to really spiritually suit up and rise to your higher self, so that you can come up with solutions to getting out of your current circumstances, okay? So that is the Justice card in the reverse position. And I hope that this was helpful for anyone who is interested in tarot and trying to learn more about it. Thanks, and have a good day.